exclusive restaurant, this one. After a few minutes, Mina will arrive. She looks like this. Well, she kind of probably looks a bit more better dressed, but she'll come in and she'll look around sort of curiously, wondering where the waiter is. She'll look over to your table and smile and nod and sort of make her way over to you. Do you know where the waiter's gone?
Oh, he seemed to disappear after the friar spoke with him.
Yes.
You'll like look at Frederick and she'll nod and one moment and she'll wander off into the back of the restaurant.
Frederick, will you give me some beer over here?
Beer? What beer? What are you on about? I was just praying there.
I'm taking myself.
There's beer?
A few moments later, you're discussing the
staff arrives.
Mina will return with the servant in tow, and she'll give you a bit of a withered look, Frederick, and she'll say, "We'll take our usual table, please," she says to the waiter. He'll gesture for you to stand, and he takes you over into it's a sort of a snug at the side of the restaurant with a sort of more private table. I prefer this one, Mina says. It's more private and we can discuss matters here. As the waiter will sort of take your orders and then turn to after he leaves, Mina will look at you and say, Frederick, I understand you are very important to our society, but we must try and maintain a low profile.
I was doing low profile. I didn't come charging in. The man's trying to take my sword off me. What do you think I was going to do?
Quite. She says, well, she'll sigh and say, well, I have a job for you, all 6 of you. This is a job which will require much tact and diplomacy, and sadly there's no one else available at the moment, so I'll have to send you a lot.
I'll laugh at that.
I begin to look a little nervous.
I'll just agree. I have no sense of humour, so I don't realise that she said a joke. I'll just nodding. Yep.
You see, part of our business with the Rippers involves us travelling to the many corners of the earth in pursuit of the Cabal and the dangerous monsters that are hidden in the shadows from the normal public. And obviously such expeditions are quite costly, and we're always looking or on the lookout for benefactors, people who can assist us financially, so that we can maintain our operations and make sure that the Cabal is kept at bay. She reaches down and brings out a faded picture. This man, she says, is Sir William Banks. He is a very wealthy landowner and something of an amateur archaeologist, particularly interested in Egyptology, but all archaeology is his thing, and he likes to collect various artifacts. We have heard word that he is He's been, over dinner conversation, has been talking about sort of awareness of occult activities and the like, and we'd like to perhaps sound him out to see whether he might be of assistance to us, whether he might be willing to lend us financial aid in our task. However, we would like you to treat this discreetly, so as if he is hostile to us, he isn't aware that you are actually members of the society. Perhaps sound him out before you make any approach on him.
Sure. Is there anyone we have to cut up on the way?
Hopefully not. This invitation of his is for a weekend for a soiree at his country estate, Kingston Lacey, I believe it is, Kingston Lacey Manor.
Can I bring my sword?
In Dorset. I imagine you would need to keep it concealed.
In your baggage.
Okay. I need to think. Yes, okay.
You just take a big trunk and put all the weapons in there.
So Sir Banks has invited us specifically, or just members of the Ripper Society? Oh, I forgot my French accent there, but
Well, he actually invited myself. However, as you know, I've been very busy. I have another engagement, which sadly means I won't be able to attend. However, it would be a shame for us to not send somebody. I'm sure that you could be more than able ambassadors for the Rippers.
And just to be sure, we are clear that it's not some kind of an ambush he's trying to capture some of the Reapers, right?
I'm not clear of that whatsoever. I would advise you to trust no one at all times.
indeed, do we have any artifacts in our store that we could perhaps bestow upon him as a token of our appreciation of his invitation? A token of your respect for him, perhaps?
That is a splendid idea, Pierre. I will find an artifact from our lodge which we could give to him, and yes, I'm sure that would go some way to easing the introduction.
Something of great historical significance without being of financial value.
Something Egyptian.
Very well.
If he's all Egyptian, friend.
Something that would present more of a intellectual concern rather than a financial one.
I am sure that Monsieur Banks and myself will have much things to talk about the fine country of Egypt. I spent many years there not so long ago.
Splendid, that would be good.
It's full of heathens. Heathens, that's what live there.
And I must say, I have been impressed with your endeavours recently, Rippers. I've heard news of the good things you've done over in Ireland with the Dunahan, which I heard you slew. And also recently with our friend potentially being kidnapped, the Professor. It was good that you managed to thwart that. I'm sure there's perhaps something else deeper behind that plot.
N'est pas, mademoiselle. This is nothing.
And Badger, you are recently new. I believe this would be your first field mission with us.
Oh yes, but I'm certain I can do lots of little things.
I'm sure. Remind me, what would be your skill set there?
What's not in my skill set? I'll go through the many different things that I have done, exaggerating each and every one of them, as far as my ability in boating, climbing, healing, notice, repair, stealth, streetwise, swimming, throwing, as well as the ability to shoot well and fight well.
Splendid. You're an all-round.
I enjoy dinner while he talks about all of that stuff.
Yes. But yeah, I will and I over exaggerate how good I am at eating things. So
All right. Do you have persuade?
no,
Okay. Well, make
but
it.
I can roll in. I'll roll in skilled if you want.
Yeah, do
He
it.
didn't
It's
say
just for
he
fun.
over exaggerated well. He
Yeah.
just said he over exaggerated.
Yeah, you over exaggerate. It's all cool. It's more for fun.
Yeah,
I
None
believe
of
it.
us
So
believe you.
well, you'll see soon enough.
Splendid. And I don't believe you have met the other members of the group. I don't know if you want to introduce yourselves to Badger.
I'm Irina Capello. My family, direct descendants of Marco Polo. Adventuring's been in our blood for a very long time.
All right.
I'm Frederick Hart Cattell. I'm a vicar. That's all you need to know. Thank you.
And you like swords. I got that.
Especially where the
Oh,
devil's works.
Make no mistake, the vicar is truly the righteous hand of God.
All right. Rarely separated from his sword, apparently.
It is a cross that I have to bear.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well put.
And sir, my name is Edgar Miles, and my preferred weapon is an axe. That's actually all you need to know about me.
All right.
I'm Jonathan Williams. I find witches and I gut them.
All right.
You see Mina's looking. Sorry, go ahead. You see Mina's looking slightly worried at the group she's assembled to do this diplomatic mission, because she basically you introduce yourself as I kill people. I do. Funny.
Oh, famed for our diplomacy.
I am surprised you have not heard of me. I am Pierre Letremoy, famed Indian fighter of the Americas, and recently of Cairo in Egypt, which will be important to our current mission, where I joined the Fraser Fighters. I am shocked that you have not heard of me.
I'll kind of. Oh, that Pierre.
Yeah, you've probably heard of his amazing rifle skills.
Oh, yes, of course. You shot that thing out in the desert, right?
You'll have to be more specific than that. I shot many things in the desert.
Yeah, that big thing. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's right.
You're who I thought you were. Yes.
Yes.
Just kind of.
I am, in fact, that person. Anyways, you're in good company, Badger. And Nina, Mademoiselle, concern yourself not with our ability. We have demonstrated our ability in the field time and time again.
That you have. I'm sure you'll be successful in this task. Alright, is there anything else that you wish to ask Mina, or anything else you wish to do at this meeting?
Where is the estates?
Yeah, I was going to say, where are we going?
He has the name of it. She gave us the name of it, but that might be in a different country for all we know.
I've booked a rail ticket tomorrow, leaving from Paddington Station. It'll take you to a small town called Kingston in Dorset, and from there I've arranged a carriage to take you from the station at Kingston to Kingston Lacey, the estate of Sir Banks.
Excellent. And is the soiree, is it a large soiree, or is it only for, your ladyship and entourage?
I'm not entirely privy to the guests. However, I'd expect 5 or 6 maybe other people to attend. He usually likes small gatherings where he can discuss intellectual matters and appreciate art and the like.
Do you want Irina to pretend to be you? Is this why? Is that what you want us to do?
Sorry, what's... Oh, no, we don't need to impersonate myself. I have made my excuses, and I'm sure I've sent a intellectual group who can more than entertain him.
Are we going to need a letter of introduction, or is he going to know that I'm coming on your behalf?
Ah, yes, he is aware. I've telegrammed it through to him, so he is aware of your arrival.
All right.
I'm not sure I trust this newfangled technology, even if it was invented by an Italian.
She'll smile at you, and I didn't realise it was invented by an Italian.
Most things are.
Of course. And so hopefully the message arrived, so he hopefully will expect you. And just to recap, as to your mission is to ascertain whether Sir William Banks can be trusted and whether we could bring him into the fold as an ally of the Rippers. And also, don't forget to enjoy yourselves. You deserve it. You've done really well for the Rippers in the past few months.
And I'll just point out to those of us, especially perhaps Frederick, who might not realise, if he invites us to something called Murder in the Dark, it's actually a game where no one should be killed. No one at all.
What's the fun of that? Okay.
As the evening draws to a close, then Mina will say, well, I have other business to attend to. Do enjoy yourselves. I look on this as something of a reward for your recent undertakings for us, and try not to kill anybody.
I will promise that I will try. But God works in mysterious ways.
Chuckle.
Alright. So, is there anything you wish to do in London before you catch your train at Paddington tomorrow?
Would it be possible for me to go and get a sheath that makes my sword look like a cross? So I can carry a cross around rather than a sword.
Might have to have one fashioned.
Fashion's going to take time. Okay, I will put an order in and then collect it in a month or so.
This is what I look like, and this is how I dress. Oh, the first picture there.
Oh.
Oop. Sorry, I didn't mean to drag your thing down.
It's a lot of pictures.
It's the first upper left-hand corner there, the red-shirted, full-bearded guy with the beaver hat and rifle.
Maybe the American will be.
Stuff. Thanks.
Maybe an American will look rare to these people, and you'd be like an exhibit.
A curiosity.
That's a curiosity.
A fascination for the evening's.
I am playing to my hindrances, so.
All right. Yes. Cool. In fact, yes, you'll need to remind me if you do that, so I can reward you as such.
Anyways, I guess I don't have anything that I want to do. I guess we're not taking our horses or anything. I have a horse, but
We're going by train. I don't think we can bring a horse on a train.
yeah, I guess we'll just meet at the station. I guess unless anybody is getting and doing anything.
No, I was
that's
just
fine.
going to put an order in for that sword and then just head to the station and get ready to go. Did she say what time the train was leaving?
Yeah, I'm sure she would have given us the details.
Yeah, she did. She just said in the morning, so.
Oh, okay. So we've got a whole day then. Okay.
We'll sleep there overnight.
I guess while we're traveling, we do have our armor and weapons on us, right? It's more when we go to the party that we'll have to put it away.
Yeah, you can do that as long as I think people just tend to get a bit freaked if you're sort of waving around a lot. But if you just,
Well, I've got one of them big priest thing or vicar things that cover everything, so I don't think anyone would see the armor underneath it.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
fine.
what did I buy last week?
Vestments.
Investments.
You'll just
Oh, no.
chink a bit as you walk around.
Chainmail vest. That's it.
Would there be a
Brilliant.
wagon in the train for horses and so on?
Probably not this one. There's actually loads of railway at this time. It's a brilliant time to be on the rails. We had more railways in Victorian era than we got now, really. But and then Beeching came along and ripped them all up. Savage, he was savage. Anyway, so no, it's going to be more of a smaller train. You'll probably have to change somewhere and go to reach Kingston. It'll be a smaller station. A rather long explanation. I could have just said no, but never mind.
Yeah, it's backdrop.
And I'm holding an eye on Frederick to see if he mess up something with him his sword there. So I'll just keep an eye on him.
All right. So you're all, you've sort of stashed your weapons and the like, and you head off on the train then in the next day. And you'll take a very pleasant journey. It's now winter. It's not snowing or anything, but it's a chill, sharp, crisp day as the train winds its way across the south of England towards Dorset through the nice rolling hills you've got down there. Eventually, after a rather long journey and having to change trains, you'll reach the small station at Kingston, and there will be a carriage there waiting for you. And the carriage will take you up to Kingston Lacey Manor, which looks like this. It doesn't look identical to that, but that's a good enough idea, give you an idea of what it's like. Should have moved shot.
It's even the right color for a ghost story.
Yeah, well, it was in full colour when I did it, and I thought it looked a bit jarring, so I did like the old photo filter thing on GIMP, so I think it looks better anyway. More ye olde.
Is it possible to have like a buckskin rifle sheath for carrying my rifle around?
Yeah, it's fine. You'll probably have one of those anyway, would you? It's the kind of thing you'd probably own.
Oh.
Alright.
Do we see the big obelisk where we are? We're in the front of the house. No, we wouldn't see it. Okay.
Yeah, not immediately. Yeah, you'll pass the other fountain with a carriage, and it'll draw up in front of the manor, and some servants will rush out to take your trunks and packs and things. We'll take your belongings, sir.
Just ignore any rattling noises coming from my case. Thank you.
Oh, of course, sir. Would you like me to unpack your clothing?
Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. I'll do that myself. Don't want you to, see my smalls.
Well, that's quite alright, sir. It's part of the job.
No.
I've seen many a man's smalls.
I don't care. You're not saying mine.
He's a priest. He's not supposed to show off his smalls.
I see holy smalls. Sorry, I'm getting a bit carried away now. Alright, no, he doesn't say any of that. He agrees with what you say, and he goes back into takes your things up to your rooms. And Sir William Banks will appear in the doorway. Ah, my friends, you must be the ambassadors that Mina sent in her stead.
That's right. It's so delightful to make your acquaintance. I'm Marina Capello. My family is descended from Marco Polo, and archaeology is in our blood.
Really? Oh, Mina said she was going to send some people who would be most interesting dinner conversationalists. And he reaches out and grabs your hand and kisses it. It is a pleasure to meet you, Irina.
The pleasure is all mine.
And are these your servants?
My companions, I think perhaps you may have heard of Pierre Latrumille. He's just returned from Egypt and is eager to speak to you of the many wonders he saw there.
Indeed, monsieur. Bonjour, bonjour. A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
You are the Pierre himself. You have been to Egypt recently.
Indeed, I was there a mere 16 months ago, where I spent many weeks in Cairo and the surrounding areas. I look forward to speaking to you at length about them.
Oh, this is most excellent news, most excellent. But I'm being rude. You must be a little tired. I'll have the servants show you to your room.
Thank you, such a considerate host.
And we will be serving dinner at 6. And so if you'd like to join us in the dining hall at that time, the servants will be able to show you the way. So you get a look at the estate. It's perhaps smaller than the mood art that shows you, but it's still gives you the idea. You are led upstairs. There's 3 rooms on there. Oh no, there's actually more than that. There's 6 bedrooms, so you'll have a bedroom each. I'll place you on the map actually, so you can pick which bedroom you like.
I think I'll just sleep in the ballroom. Get a feel for it, you know.
Oh damn it! I forgot to fix your token, Jonathan. Sorry.
What's the title for a Church of England vicar, basically? What are they called?
Father.
Father? Okay.
Yeah, makes sense. So any of the rooms marked BR or bedroom, you could pick for which room you'd like.
Upper floor. Well, they're bedrooms as well. Okay.
And like Adger's bagged one of the nicest rooms there.
That's near the library. Nope. I'm gonna pick a bedroom that's near the toilet.
Fine, I'll go over here. One of the nice.
Yeah, that looks like that might be a quiet spot for me.
So Pierre, that leaves you with the bedroom overlooking the grounds.
Check to see if my room has any of those secret little deals that you can look into the library where your eyes are like in the picture of the library. You know, the portrait of someone in the library, like in Scooby-Doo.
Well, the house does
See,
kind of look like that kind of place, but sadly there aren't any.
Set about and see if I can figure out how to make one.
Now, you've just cut out a whole half hour of us searching for secret passages there by saying that.
Well, but because if I don't have one, I'm thinking about putting one in there, but I'll have to see what's in the library. See if that works.
Yeah, you absolutely need it. It's such a cunning disguise, isn't it, that having eye holes as the painting. There is a lot of splendid art here, all around the property on the walls, very exquisite paintings by various famous artists. And 6 o'clock will come round, you'll manage to get yourself unpacked and cleaned up, if you wish to clean up. If not, doesn't matter.
Well, I'm a little curious, so I'm going around and taking a look in each room, so I know what all the rooms contain.
Okay, there's no one really around up here at the moment, so you can have a look in each room. You'll see there's a nice balcony area out the front. You've got some bedrooms. All the other bedrooms are unclaimed at the moment. You've got a bathroom and a library and a big master bedroom. As you enter the master bedroom, there'll be a servant in there who will say, "Oh, sir, I'm sorry, you shouldn't be in here." It's a maid.
Why not?
This is the bedroom of Sir Banks.
Oh, so the bank sleeps in here. And I go in. That's a pretty nice room.
Oh, sir, I've been in so much trouble. If you found out, please go back to your room or wherever.
Well, I just take a quick glance and I slowly go outside again. Sorry. I don't want to give you any trouble here.
It was a very fine room. That's this guy must have a lot of money. There's a big 4-poster bed and ornaments and expensive pictures and the like all over the place.
I'm going to be in the library, kind of just trying to get a general overview of it.
The library is full of mostly historical books, books about antiquity and archaeology, expeditions and the like. It seems like just the sort of person that who might be interested in the Rippers. He also has some books on sort of occult and quasi-occult literature, things such as the Beast of Madagascar and things like that.
Yeah, that's more the area I'm looking to sort of assess, kind of what knowledge you might have.
Okay, if looking through the books there, you'll see he's probably somebody who's got a lot of money but doesn't really know that much about the subject. So he's bought rare books which are of value and of interest, but amongst them there are other books which are a lot sort of less important or interesting or flat out discredited among academics and that kind of thing. So I'll just catch up on what's going on. So, you're on the balcony there, Badger, having a smoke. You're hiding your sword under your pillow, Frederick.
Huh? Say again?
I'm just reading the chat. Frederick's hiding the sword under his pillow. Well, you have got a big double bed, so I suppose you could.
Well, he's got an intelligence of D4, so that's his very smart thing to do, to hide a sword under a pillow.
Alright.
We're all hiding stuff.
Yeah. You all stash weaponry.
I lean my rifle in the corner, and I always have the tomahawk in my belt as part of my notorious image and my scoundrelness.
Okay, you might pull that off, yeah, sounds good.
And I join Badger out on the balcony, having discovered that we both pipe.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be paying particular attention to the grounds and what we can see. I'm guessing we can see the maze and the garden and the brook and not from the back, I guess.
Has got spent a penny. What's up? Right.
I'll move on to the art afterwards as well, and have a little appraise. Perhaps a little stroke.
Alright. Yes, looking at the valuable items there.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I'm going to wander, after I've done all my unpacking, I'm going to wander around the house and then shake my head at all the Egyptian idols and go, there's only one God.
Heresy. Blasphemous idols. And you two out on the balcony there, Pierre and Badger, you can indeed see more of the grounds. So you will be able to see out of the back there is a hedge maze, and you can see an obelisk at just the top of it standing out of the maze. You also see a nice sunken garden, and there are tables and things, and the gardens are really very well maintained.
Okay, well, just look at it, it's like spend a lot of money to build a path that goes nowhere. Looking at the hedge maze, some big statue in the middle. Oh well, rich people do whatever they want with their money, I guess.
Alright, so is everyone done having a poke around?
Yep.
So, were you saying the obelisk looks like Cleopatra's needle type thing, or is it something else?
It's a sort of smooth obelisk in the sense from what you can make out of it. You'd have to get a bit closer really, because it's kind of hidden by sort of distance, a fair way away, and you can only see the top of it really because of the maze it sets in.
Okay.
Right, so it's not that tall. The obelisk in the middle.
No, it's not massive. No.
Okay. A miniature obelisk.
Well, the hedges are probably huge, aren't they? It's probably really big kind of part of the garden.
I always picture obelisks as being, really, really tall. But whatever works.
Well, it's probably it's a decent height. It's probably about 25 foot or something like that. But the hedge maze is probably about 12-foot edges or something on there. So.
Okay. Got it.
Alright, so after a while the dinner bell ding, ding, will ring, and some servants will appear and knock on your doors or come to find you if you're on the balcony having a smoke.
Okay.
Dinner is served.
Gong.
Sorry Jonathan, yeah, dong. Is that better?
Alright. Well, put out the pipe and head down the stairs.
Okay, you head down into an exquisite dining room. The dining room looks a bit like this.
Dining room, I think.
I feel like I'm playing.
You did it with the candles.
Father Frederick with a sword in the dining room.
No, candlesticks, Jonathan.
Right, but Frederick's walking around with well, never mind. Well, I guess, yeah, you have a candlestick, so.
I've got the dagger on me. I don't have the sword. Sword's up in the bedroom.
I do have a rope. If you want to string us on with the rope.
As you are seated, there are 5 others sitting around this table. The other members of the people he's invited to stay for the weekend. They've only just arrived and have come straight into the dining area here. And Sir Banks will introduce the guests. He'll introduce all of you, go around the table and say who you are first, and then he gets to the people you don't know. He'll say, this is Colonel Armstrong Prothero, a retired officer of the British Army. And you, across the table from you is sitting a well-dressed gentleman. However, he does look a little young to have been retired from the military, but... And sitting next to him is Chief Superintendent Maxwell Puget. He is of the local constabulary here.
Oh, I definitely pull my bowler hat down.
I'm seated away from him.
I'm getting, yeah, I would be.
Me and Badger are lurking at the other end of the table.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
trying
looking.
very hard. I'm trying very hard to like be the notorious Indian fighter and so on that I am. So I'm trying to draw lots of attention to myself.
Okay, yeah, you're trying to look a bit fierce or whatever. Okay, as is introduced, the Chief Superintendent will say, "It'd be fine to meet yous."
I'll just.
And to the Chief Superintendent's right here is Enrico Gambaccini. Enrico is an Italian art collector and a man I haven't met before, but I'm looking forward to speaking to him about various works of art we share an interest in, and perhaps we'll be able to acquire some good artwork. And
Always a pleasure to meet a fellow countryman.
my lady. Sorry, I didn't know the accents. A fellow countrywoman.
Hey.
No, he's like rolling right, is he? And penultimately, we have Jonathan Jellicoe. He's an up-and-coming politician. I'm sure we'll hear more about him as he makes his way up the ranks of Parliament. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, says Jonathan Jellicoe. And finally...
You called JJ to your friends.
He seems to ignore your comment, and Sir Banks moves on. And the final guest here today is Omar Mohammed, a man I'm most pleased to invite here. He's an archaeologist from Cairo University. He's fresh from a dig in the Middle East, and I'm sure he's got loads of exciting tales for us.
We love archaeology.
It should be buried in the past.
After the introductions have been made, the first course is served, and the guests will settle into their starters.
Can I make like a general knowledge roll to see if I've ever heard of any of these people?
Absolutely, you can all do that.
Just a smart
check.
Yes, a smarts track, unless you've got a knowledge skill that, yeah, you know, I might give you a bonus if you're looking at it from a specific knowledge roll. If you've got knowledge archaeology, for example, I'd give you a bonus too.
I'm certain I know who that is.
I know nothing.
Well, I have knowledge occult.
Yeah,
I
would
help you, sadly. Okay, the occult doesn't really get you anything. However, those of you with 4 or more, no one got a raise, unless no one wants to Benny anything. In which case, the people here, you won't really have heard of the Colonel, the Chief Superintendent, because he's local here to Dorset, so it's not likely you will have crossed paths with him. The Colonel you will have heard of, and Pierre and Irina, you both remember reading about Colonel Armstrong Prothero in the newspapers. He is a retired army officer, however, he retired somewhat early, and rumour had it that he resigned from the army after a dalliance with another officer's wife. He bears a wicked duelling scar on his hand as a result of this. And he said to have resigned from his post rather than bringing disgrace upon the regiment. He probably is, so it's a secret he probably doesn't want to come out, but you know. I'll say also you will have heard of Omar Mohammed, but only vaguely, and that he's a professor and he has written some works from Cairo University, so you have sort of heard of him, but you don't really know that much about the guy. And the others you haven't heard of. You've not really heard of Jonathan Jellicoe.
But we already know he's a crook because he's a politician.
Yes.
That's implied. Anyway, we enjoy the first course, I guess.
Okay. You enjoy the meal, and Jellicoe will say, so tell me about yourselves, because we were expecting the famous Mina Harker, and we intend she sent you in her place. This is Jellicoe, the politician.
What do we know about Mina Harper as her out of...
She's known as a kind of famous explorer, really.
Okay.
The general population are unaware of the cabal and the threat that lurks beneath society.
Yes, she's preparing for an expedition at the moment, and sadly couldn't be here.
I see. Well, I'm delighted that she sent you.
Indeed, we bear a gift as a token of her respect that perhaps Monsieur Mohammed could verify this precious Egyptian artifact.
Oh, it would be a pleasure. So just after the first course, you'll bring out the artifact. It's a little sort of statue object, a trinket really. But Omar will be quite excited. Oh, I would like to reference this some more with some books I have to try and pinpoint its exact age. Do you know where Mina got it? She never said to you.
I believe it's in the El Arid Wadi, southeast of Cairo, many days.
It's got to be worth a penny.
It's an actual place.
Is it? I thought it was made up. It sounded made up to me.
Oh no. Well, then take the penny back. No.
Not having the penny back.
Here, I'll reference you.
I'm mostly keeping an eye on this because he's, a cop, and I'm sort of a, ex-thug. So
Keeping an eye on him, you'll see that. Well, make me a notice roll there. He's keeping it.
all right.
He's keeping an eye on Maxwell.
The statuette as a kind of a introduction to talking about Cairo and artifacts and stuff. I'm not a Egyptologist by any stretch, but I spent some time there, and I'm an explorer and followed part of Cook's guidebook that he wrote in 1897. So I traveled about half of it down the Nile and amongst other things. So I use that to kind of get a feel for, Omar's knowledge and Sir Banks's knowledge of Egypt and Egyptology.
Oh, Omar's very well read on Egyptology. He will be able to talk in length to you about it, and likewise Sir Banks can hold his own in the conversation with Omar. I mean, Omar knows more than him, but that's to be expected. It's a hobby really for Lord Banks, Sir Banks.
Absolutely, and I talk more about the places that I've been to and whatnot, and perhaps historic sites I may have seen along the way.
Okay, you will be make me a persuade roll, and I believe.
Yeah, okay.
Well, yeah, just go for it. They will. They'll be somewhat impressed with you in a rugged. Oh, sorry, carry on. Alright, that's much better. Okay, they overlook your scruffiness. In fact, look at it as being quite charming, and will be happy to discuss Egyptology with you.
Yeah, and I'm kind of trusting the others to, make the observations that we need to make here. I get quite into it, talking at length with them. We're trying to charm him and get to know him and impress him, so that's what I'm trying very hard to do.
Excellent, yeah, and you are having some success there. He's talking to you. While that's going on, excellent. Adger's knocking back the brandies, and Maxwell, Badger, sorry, you were keeping an eye on Maxwell, weren't you, the Chief Inspector? You can see he looks like he's putting on a bit of a front. From his wonderful accent, you can tell that he's probably a local man, and is probably below the status of many of the other guests, as you are really, but he's trying to sort of meet their level, and he looks a bit on edge because he's putting on this sort of front, trying to play up basically.
All right, well, just it's kind of all right. I try not to go into too many of my London exploits, so I don't want to give him the wrong impression. Those days are behind me now.
After dinner, the servants clear away the table, and Banks invites everybody into the drawing room for cigars and brandy. He and the other guests begin playing bridge, and he comes to you6, and Lord Banks will say, I wonder if you'd like to come into the study. I have some more items there, some more artifacts which you might like to be interested in.
We'd be most interested, thank you.
Merci, monsieur.
Okay, so he invites you onto the study.
I politely asked, if it's all right if I smoke my pipe instead of a cigar.
Oh, absolutely. Make yourself at home during your stay here, Pierre. It's a fascinating dinner companion. Who'd have thought I would be saying that?
I nod politely and puff on my pipe and follow him into the other room.
Okay, are you all going to the study, or are some of you staying in the drawing room to play billiards with the others?
I'll be going into the study.
Oh yeah, if there's someone here who thinks they can play billiards,
If feel a wager coming on.
I'll
I'm-
actually wander off and looking through the rooms here and do a little searching.
Okay, you'll.
Yeah, I'll go in the study if people aren't.
Okay, Nadgi, you go and have a snoop around. Are you doing this stealthily, or are you just having to wander around?
Well, I figured to it stealthily, but I'm probably already a little drunk, so
All right. Well, yeah. You can make a stealth roll if you're thinking you're being stealthy.
stealth.
That drunk, huh?
All right. You're.
Got really well. You knock over the suit of armor.
Table of fine crystalware, brandy decanter, the statuette on the pedestal in the hallway.
Yeah, pretty much.
Tapestry.
Yeah, he's. So you. Yeah, you creep along the hallway and just generally knock stuff off on the way and things, but you are spotted by the servants and the like, but they don't really stop you if you're looking around the ground floor here. You can have a look into, there's a nice ballroom area, there's a games room attached to the drawing room, which is where the billiards will be being played, and there's a little nice lounge area, and you'll be able to look around. Everything looks very pristine, in order, and of the highest quality. This guy's probably loaded.
Well, I'm just going around and taking a closer look on things. If something sticks out, I will take a note of that.
Okay. So, the rest of you in the study, you've now got an opportunity to speak to Sir Banks. He's on his own, so you could perhaps approach him about whether you're rippers or sound him out a bit more, or.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna. While we're looking over the artifacts, I'm gonna speak to him. Specific, or are they just general artifacts, or what?
Oh, and here, some of them are quite nice. Yes, he's got some various sort of statues and some glyphs and other artifacts from Egypt and indeed all around the world. Mostly from Egypt, though. It looks like it's a fascination of his.
All right, well, I'll approach him and, admiring a lovely statue, which I know probably not very much about. I say, Monsieur Banks, as you know, Madame Harper is quite famous for her exploration and whatnot. And as my companion, and I kind of wave my pipe towards Irina, indicated before, she is preparing for another expedition, and I know that you, of all people, are very familiar with the costs associated with such adventures, if you will.
Oh, quite, but the rewards from them can be staggering.
Indeed.
Yes, and it takes a man of vision such as yourself to see that the rewards are, well, for all humanity, really.
Yes, and he lowers his voice. I'd heard whispers about Mina. I don't know whether you could tell me if they were true or not. That she is involved in hunting occult matters, strange creatures, and the like.
Well, such rumors are always associated with, strange artifacts, and I kind of wave at some of the more esoteric artifacts he's got in the room,
But anyone who hunts such things comes across strange things themselves.
I'm sure.
How many expeditions have you been on, Sir Banks, Monsieur Banks?
Sadly, I have not been on any myself. I have just been interested in inviting dinner guests here and collecting artifacts. Although it would be good someday to do if my gout is not flared up.
Well, perhaps we could present you a small opportunity then, to be a larger player, a person d'importance, if you will, a patron, perhaps, of such expeditions, and you can, be part of the tale instead of just hearing the tales.
Okay, at this point, you'll need make me a group persuasion roll. Those of you in the study.
I'll attempt to assist. Obviously, it's one skill.
Right, me too.
I will modify it because you have been doing some pretty spectacular buttering up.
Barely mine.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll make it easy, so it's a +2. So. Oh. Well,
No,
with a +2 though, Pierre, who's remarkably charming this evening, and
Element apparently, playing up the famous explorer from America with the French accent, who has seen the world.
and because of your because of what you said to him before, and what Arena's said, I gave him the +2 on there, so you've actually got a raise. He smiles at your offer. He said that would be most tempting. However, I would never like to make a firm agreement after so many brandies after dinner. I'd like to give you some more thought over the course of the weekend, if that's acceptable.
Oh, indeed. I understand that your invitation was for the weekend at least, so I look forward to more talks with you and your other guests.
Splendid, dear sir.
And
So
I bow to him and kind of wander off and look at some other artifacts in the room.
I'll kind of edge closer and say to him quietly, so have you yourself had experiences that have interested you in
Oh my dear,
these
no.
occult entities?
Oh my dear, no, I haven't, though I've heard tales, and from people whose accounts I would be inclined to believe, most disturbing stories of vile creatures of nightmare. I would love to see proof of such monstrosities, and of course see them vanquished if they were to exist.
Seeing them vanquished is a very noble desire.
Have you seen anything of the sort?
I have, and perhaps at some point in private I can tell you my tales.
Oh, I would love that. Perhaps tomorrow we could take a walk in the gardens.
I'm interested in seeing your impressive maze.
Of course. Then we shall show it to you tomorrow, and you can tell me of your sightings.
I nearly said perhaps you can show me your obelisk, but luckily I considered it in time.
That would have been worth a penny.
Almost worth a penny anyway. Yes, thankfully. I'll show you his obelisk tomorrow. Alright. Is there anything else any of you want to do? The night will kind of wear on at this point with more sort of small talk, billiard playing and the like, until people will retire fairly early because a lot of people have travelled today. If there's anything else you wish to do though, this is your opportunity.
How about pop over and look in the stables, guys, to see what's actually in there? We haven't seen that part yet.
And I do have something I would want to try to figure out while I'm playing lower class of the people that are here, and that if our patron here has any has he made enemies in his activities? I'm just more concerned about his, could something be, coming after him at some point with all these people here, try to make a show of it. But I figure the constable might know if there's any enemies that this guy has, or if he's being, any sort of that kind of stuff. I don't know if you want me to use like a streetwise roll or something like that, but
Yes, you could talk to the chief superintendent. You can make a streetwise roll for that, I guess, if you want, between them all.
Okay.
Sounds a bit of an odd use, but it's kind of what the skull's for, so that's cool. Getting information. All right, you'll mingle with the other guests over billiards and cigars and brandy, and from what the accounts of pretty much all of the other guests, Sir Banks is a somewhat upstanding landowner. He's not had any major scandals to his name. He's a bachelor, and for all accounts and purposes, for the outside world at least, he amuses himself by his interest in Egyptology, the occult, art, and holding soirees for intellectual and explorer types.
Okay. So yeah, if he's not honked off certain people in pursuing of his interests, then I was curious if he had any sort of security person here or not. Doesn't sound like it, so I was wondering if he's made any enemies, and I would be concerned that the enemies might show up. But if he's not, then I'm not going to worry about it. I'll finish playing and drinking and go to bed at some point soon.
Don't see any enemies as such, but he has got quite an armoury of, if that's the word, of servants here.
Mm-hmm.
There's quite a few maids and a butler and a few other serving staff around.
Okay. Well, that's all I wanted to know. I think someone stable. So.
Okay, so
I think someone. Yeah.
You all retire. You all retire for the night, and someone will wake you, the butler. Mr. Mills, sir, would you like to retire to your room?
Who are you? Oh, my head.
It's not even nighttime.
Could you show the way? I'm a little lost here, I think.
Of course, sir.
A little lost.
You've managed to whack down a good bottle or two of brandy or whatever. You made a good dent in it, and he'll take you up to your room.
How is Sir William? Is he a good lord for you guys?
Giving you a Benny Adger for your curious hindrance because you've been poking around curiously.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, what did you say there? I was too busy giving you a Benny.
For them, he's a nobleman and so on.
Ah, yes, and he'll show you to your room. What's Sir like undressing? And he claps on the bed. Alright.
Banks is a good man.
Oh, I noticed Jonathan had no sense of humour earlier as well, so. There you go. Okay.
Okay, so I guess that he will just not answer the question then.
Oh, sorry, what was the question?
I'll just ask him if Sir William is a good lord and a nobleman and so on.
Oh, yes, of course, Sir William Banks is a fine man, fine man. Make me a notice roll, if you like. Because he got a raise on that. I think he does appear to be telling the truth, though the butler sees him as a higher status guy. So, and really, they probably bear some sort of at least subconscious resentment to the upper classes who see themselves as being above everybody else. But he's a dutiful butler and does his job well.
Yeah, but there's still something that is nagging him, right? Or
Not really. He just is. There's nothing nagging him. He's just a different class of person to Sir William Banks. So you get the impression if they were both down the pub and he wasn't a lord or whatever, then they probably wouldn't have so much to do with each other. But
right? In a second, I asleep again.
the next day arrives. Oh, I'm sorry, Irene. You said you wanted to do some nocturnal wandering, or are you?
Yes, I'll just, about 1 a.m. or whatever, get up and quietly do a tour of the house. Check out of all the windows after last time, and just visit some of my favourite works of art just to say hello.
Okay, if you want to make me a stealth roll, I presume you're being stealthy about the whole thing.
Definitely. So I think is the only one I risk disturbing.
You're pretty awesome at this, being stealthy. Quiet as a cat, you make your way around the property. You will be able to visit all your favourite bits of art. You'll notice the ones that look particularly expensive and the ones that look great in your house. There's one that look really nice in the Ripper Lodge and all that kind of thing.
I just think of this as my house. Then it helps, you see. This is my house, and these are my possessions in the best places, so they don't need to be moved.
Cool. You're like nervous twitching as your hand goes near the artifacts. Alright, but you don't find anything unusual. You look out the window and there's no headless horseman out there, you're pleased to note.
Nobody else wandering around at night, because that sort of behaviour is very suspicious.
It is. Anyone wandering around at night is definitely up to no good, aren't they?
So it's as well to make note of them, you see.
It is, yes. No, you don't see anybody. The whole house is quiet. You just get the odd creak from it being an old house at night as it cools.
Good. That's me done then.
So the following morning, after breakfast, the guests are free to do their own thing. They can roam about the house and grounds. Banks has a series of meetings with Omar in private in the morning regarding some artifacts that he wants to borrow. That Omar wants to borrow from Sir William for research purposes. Prothero and Pudgett. Prothero being the colonel and Pudgett being the chief superintendent, they go back to playing billiards. They're quite fond of that. And Jellicoe, however, will well, what are you all up to?
I was going to see the stable.
Oh yeah, damn it, yeah, I forgot all about your stable, I'm sorry. You went out to the stable last night and had a look, and it has horses in it. There's probably 3 or 4 horses in there. I'll say 4 for the for a carriage that he's got, and also there's horses for riding as well as like carriage horses. But you don't see anything suspicious in the library.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Everyone, I think there's something suspicious in the library. I just got a feeling.
I see if I can get Colonel Armis. Is that his name?
Armstrong, yep.
Armstrong, Colonel Armstrong. See if he would be interested in some shooting or something. See if Sir Banks has some shotguns around, or we could perhaps go hunt some pheasants.
I've absolutely got shotguns, of course. So William Banks will encourage the idea. He likes to think that his guests are kept amused while he has business with Omar. So the butler will come out with shotguns over his arm.
Excellent. Try and demonstrate that I'm a better shooter than the retired colonel.
All right. So you can have a go at that if you like.
So I'm going to make a shooting roll.
Yeah, why not? Are you happy with the 5? Do you want to Benny that?
Pass.
Now remember, shotgun, you get
+2,
if
Yeah.
you're shooting it.
I guess.
Of course, the other guy will get a +2 too.
Yeah, we'll just have an opposed shooting roll.
It won't really matter.
He actually beats you at the pheasant, but not by much. It's not much in it.
Très bien. A fine shot. Perhaps it would have been slightly better if your hand was not wounded, as it were. An old wound?
Ah, it's just a scar. It doesn't cause me any trouble at all. It's nothing. He says, and he'll hide his hand sort of up his sleeve a little bit.
Redon his gloves.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks a bit.
Does he look uncomfortable?
He does. Yeah, he looks very self-conscious about it. He'll hide his wound again and quickly change the conversation. But fine shooting there. It was just luck that I managed to beat you.
A fine round of shooting, nonetheless. Perhaps we should return for some tea or something, some beverages, brandy, perhaps.
Quite a crisp morning. So while you two are off shooting, what are the rest of you up to?
Should go. At the
Ah,
Does
yes.
look like a good Poostex bread.
Yep, it does.
You can play poo sticks.
Not really. I would probably just throw stuff in the river and.
Okay. As you do that, Jellicoe.
Throwing stuff in the river, not just sticks. Whatever's throwable.
As you head down there, Jellicoe will. You'll see him sort of follow you down. A lovely, clear morning, isn't it, Jonathan?
Who's this following me?
Jonathan Jellicoe. He's a young and promising politician.
Yes, it is. It's quite a nice day.
So tell me, do you know Mina very well?
Fairly well. I have done some work for her in the past.
I see. I hear that she is. And he'll look to either side, especially and lower his voice, even though he's not from miles around, and say, "I hear she dabbles with occult matters."
Oh, I've never seen her dabbling with occult matters. Just going on various expeditions and stuff.
I see. Of course, and you are part of her group.
Yeah, I help out where I can.
You do look like you could handle yourself quite well.
Well, I often handle security, things like that. So
Secure.
I stop people. Yeah.
So you're good. You're trained with a gun.
Oh, I don't use a gun.
Oh,
No, it's the gun's the weapon of a coward.
Oh, I see. Nightsticks then.
Yeah, sometimes nightsticks, sometimes just this will do the trick.
Jellicoe will sort of follow you for a bit longer and sort of continue to quiz you about your how you know Mina and sort of your skill set.
Yeah, it basically I will just give the impression that I don't really know a lot. I just handle security and steer any remote talking from the supernatural away, which I will do with the. Although I'm not very good at acting that, but I'll do with the aid of my down to earth kind of stuff where everything's rooted in reality. So
Okay, he'll. Okay. So, and is anyone else doing anything in the morning? You don't have to do anything. You can.
Well, I would like to go to the library and actually make a categorized setup from all the books he has to find his interest.
Oh, okay. You'll head down there with some paper and begin to write down and catalogue the interesting books that he's got.
Yeah, I have an investigation. I don't know if that can help me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe an investigation roll. It'll take you a long time. There's quite a lot of books here, but you're coming back with a Benny. Ah, okay. You'll find a variety of books there. Some of
So
them
it's
are
a
really.
9.
Oh, no, at 9.
Yeah, I have the Elan,
Ah,
so I got a +2 for using a Benny.
fantastic.
Just forgot to put them in.
He has some really interesting books. Some ones you'd probably like to, read yourself on various creatures of the world, cryptid creatures. However, he also has some more pulp literature which is in there as well, which sort of mixed up with genuine, truthful pieces, cryptozoology. Yeah. But you'll be happily and going through and sort of cataloguing them.
Okay, I'll do that so I can share that with the group later. That's me done.
What else done?
Yep.
Okay, you wander around, Frederick, wandering around the gardens. There's probably not enough religious artifacts here for your tastes, but the gardens are very pleasant, very well maintained, and you'll probably have quite a nice morning wandering around if that's your kind of thing. Lunch is eventually served in the sunken garden, just at the side of the sunken garden there. And at the centre of the sunken garden is an impressive carp-filled pool, and there's the large head maze at the back. And the afternoon will wear on after lunch. Yeah, and a statue of David or something, Mary or something you need. After lunch, however, everyone will be sort of going about their business, and you'll hear a shout, a sound of kerfuffle coming from the house, from the upper floors.
I'll run to the sound of the disturbance.
I'll
Yeah.
walk calmly towards the disturbance.
I take a peek. I have to take a peek.
yeah, I'll head on up.
Look up towards the balcony. As I'm going from that direction.
Okay, and could bear with me one moment, we'll just take a moment's break, go and get a drink or whatever you need to do, and I'll return in 5 minutes, if that's alright.
Okay.
Alright.
I'll bring a watch with me. Ice back.
Alright, so is everybody back?
Yep.
I just needed to get my story straight for this bit, which is a great bit about it. When you run it online, you can just say, everyone go and sort yourselves out for a minute. So. Just got one person needs to tick their box.
It's the robot.
Yay. Okay, so you can hear shouts. Most of you are out in the grounds. The shouts from the manor, and at this point, Adger, who is the closest, you will put down your parchments that you've been cataloguing the library with, and make your way to the door of the library. And he said you were just peeking around.
Well, I have to go all the way. So.
Okay. Just as you do, you look out and you see the back of, it looks like Enrico, the art dealer, and he is running. He disappears out of view around this corner as you peek out.
And I do see nobody lying on the floor or something, right?
You see nothing, yeah.
Okay, so I will sprint after him.
Okay. You sprint after him. Okay.
Give you a sprint roll.
Yeah, give me a sprint roll. Wow, that's quick. Okay, you'll manage to catch up with him down about in the hall area.
Come again, you broke up there.
Oh, I'm breaking up. Sorry. You managed to catch up with him in the hall area, so I'll just move you down to the hall.
And I'll just... Hold it! Do I capture him?
You kind of all catch up with him. I'll put it into rounds in 1 second. So the map's a little bit small, but I don't know if you can all see in the whole area I've put Enrico on. You'll be on the steps there, just behind. You'll just see him enter the hall. And we'll enter into rounds, I guess. I'll put Jonathan, perhaps rest of you just out the front there. Is that everybody? We're counting for? Good. Okay. You've all heard the scream, so Pierre, you're first to react with a joker nonetheless, and you give everyone a joker. Well done.
Well, I run into the main hall, I guess. Look around to try and see what's going on.
Okay, running into the main hall, you'll see Enrico. rushing down the stairs, being pursued by Adger. He's looking red-faced and furious as Enrico. Get out of my way, you fool, he'll say.
So Enrique is one of the other guests?
Enrique is an art dealer, yes. You're not
Art
suspecting
dealer.
too much.
We didn't get a picture of him, did we?
Did I not share your art dealer once?
No,
No, you didn't know.
you didn't share him.
I thought he was mysterious looking.
If all his picture says I'm guilty.
A shadowy figure.
Okay, I'll say, oh, hold up there. What's the rush? What's the rush? Arrete. Stop.
Okay.
That's my turn.
He grits his teeth, and you'll see him sort of drop his shoulder. It looks like he's going to just try and barge you out of the way.
Alright, I'm going to take a defensive stance. Put me on defense.
Okay, well, I'm a big fellow here, and that's not in the height. I'm broad-shouldered and I'll tackle him probably harder. I'll tackle him and throw myself and hit him on the ground.
Alright, so grappling's opposed to fighting, isn't it, I believe?
I think so.
Damn you.
Nah.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, so he ducks and I just fly over him and screech around the floor here and hitting the door.
Prone.
Yep.
Yeah, he outclassed you with a raise.
Well, I
Yes,
don't think
ends my turn.
I think I've ever rolled that high my whole life. This guy's going like a steam train. He looks like Italian rugby's looking better than ever, and he's managed to shrug off your tackle.
All right. What I'm not sure if I would have my club with me on my hidden on my person or not. Truncheon, billy club. Let you decide if I would have had that with me. I probably wouldn't be carrying my gun, but I would carry that with me. I'll let you tell me.
Well, I've. You said you were taking things round for effect, didn't you? And I guess you'll kind of get away with it because you're trying to be a rough.
Well, I mean, I'll probably, if nothing else, I can use the pool stick as a improvised weapon. All right, and I'm going to do a called shot to his leg.
All right.
So I'm going to have a net -3 because it's an improvised weapon. But stranger things have happened. With the idea of hitting either his knee or his ankle, trying to drop it. So I need to drop it on heel. That's probably what caused Mr. Mills to go sailing and he trips over my stick. Bam!
Yeah, you have a swing at him, he misses, hits Adger's legs. Never mind. Right, if you want to end your turn,
Right.
have you done?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's alright.
Where's my tracker? I had a tracker. Can you share the tracker?
Press the initiative button at the top.
Oh, there it is. You're right.
I'll,
Oh, somebody did it for me. Okay.
It's alright, no worries.
I shall come running in.
All right, got it.
I'll run in. I'm not going to quite reach him because I want to see which direction he goes. So I'll pull my knife out, getting ready to track him down and to take him out.
Okay, alternatively, you could stay where you are and just go on hold and try and interrupt him.
Well, I had to move to get into the room, so because I was outside.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
I wouldn't have known exactly what's going on until I come inside, other than that there was some kind of disturbance. To be fair.
Good point. I'll give you a Benny for the not metagaming type thing.
Thank you.
That's all right. You just don't get a Benny if you met.
Oh.
Although you've all got too many Bennies. I'm gonna have to remedy this. Okay.
I don't.
Rico. Yeah. I've not given you any Bennies, have I?
We'll have no bennies in a minute.
I'll give you a Benny because I must have missed you doing. You have been entertaining, so I must have missed you out. Okay, Enrico. He starts running this way. So this
Do I
means
get a free swing? Do I get a free swing at him?
yeah, potentially Irina, Pierre, and Jonathan can all get a free swing at him. He basically tries to run past you. He's got his head down and is running for the door to escape.
Well, it depends where he stopped, doesn't it? Whether myself and Pierre will get to him, because it should go in the order of who he's running off.
Okay, well, we'll do it in order of he's moving 8 squares, so he's going to go out the door.
Okay, well, I guess I'm swinging first, right?
Yeah, or well, we'll do Irina first if she wants, because she's sort of on the bottom there. We'll do it in that order. So you have a free swing if you wish, Irina.
Yeah. Can I get some sort of either a punch or a kick or something to use?
Absolutely. Oh yeah, one
Otherwise
second. I'll put
time
that
to draw a weapon.
on. One moment.
Thanks.
Yep. Oh, I've done your damage wrong.
I'll spend a penny.
1 second. 1 moment. Oh, I did do it right. Your strength's D6 anyway.
Yeah, that should have had 2, but that would still miss. Just one last go.
Third time lucky. You'll swing out.
Mind.
Yeah, bash him in his shins, but he's just running with such force, and his face red, looks a bit frenzied. So, Pierre, you're free attack.
I'm up.
This guy's nail hard.
Target him, I guess.
That's it. I think that's. Yeah, you're gonna need a 6.
I can't tell if I have a target.
Is it my tracker that's wrong here? It says it's Enrico at the moment.
Yeah,
It is.
He was moving, but we're taking attacks about.
Ah, okay, I got it.
So I need to get mine swinging too as soon as.
Awesome, you
So
got him
basically,
shaken.
come running down the stairs, and then Adger tried to jump him, which he basically tossed Adger across the room and then ran by us, right?
Yeah, I tried to trip him with the pool stick and got away from me, but I still have a attack of opportunity swing at him. I think he's going to unshake from that.
Yeah, I've still got my go as well. Yeah.
So he spent a Benny to unshake so it doesn't disrupt his movement.
Right. Want me to swing?
Yeah.
Badger swing.
Oh yeah, sorry, yes, I forgot Badger, I'm sorry, yes, go ahead.
Try that. What's this thing of armor doing here? Bang, bang, bang. Right, I missed. I'm not gonna spend a penny.
Okay, I'll try to hit
I don't
him.
really know what's going on yet.
I'll try hitting with the knife as he.
Okay. Are you doing a non-lethal shot, or are you just stabbing him on?
So what I basically do is I'll just grab the knife and just attack with the pommel if I can, just to try to knock him out.
Sure, well, at a -1 you can do a non-lethal strike. -1 to hit.
He's pretty tough.
Yeah, he's getting past me.
Yeah, I think we definitely need to hire this.
Really, where's he going to go? I mean, he's going to run outside, and then it's
Does he seem to
miles
be-
to anywhere, right?
Yeah. Does he seem to be carrying anything, or is he bloody, or is there anything that would kind of explain his behavior?
He's not bloody. He's not really carrying anything. He's just running, and he looks extremely upset by something.
Well, I shout that he stole something! He stole something! I saw it!
Oh, well, I don't tolerate thieves. I'm going to go after him.
Oh, that's good to know.
I hear someone say someone stole a sword. Let's go. So that would get me 1, 2, 6. That was me. Do I see?
Sword? What? You and your swords.
Where's my end thing? Because I didn't know about Enrique, so I will stop.
I'm not really sure how grappling works, but basically I'm going to leap after him and try and tackle him to the ground.
Okay, it's opposed fighting rolls.
Okay.
He already shook off. He already shook off somebody who tried to do the same thing, Mr. Mills.
So just a fighting roll.
Yeah, if you make a fighting roll, then you're setting the target number he's going to have to try and hit to break out the grapple. So he needs a 5 at the moment. Do you want to bet it?
Yeah.
Remember, you have the
That
Elan, so
Elan,
+2 to that.
Yeah.
What? It's always you who gets my baddies. Okay, yeah. Right, let's
It's always the quiet ones.
So he is a bad. Okay,
Woods, he's the victim.
Yeah.
Okay, you get him. Irina, after basically everybody and a Keystone Cops kind of moments falling over trying to get him, Irina, you run round from the and chase him down the steps out into the grounds, and knock him to the ground.
Just tackle his leg.
Okay, and he crashes down. He's now grappled by you, but he's still struggling. Get off of me! Get off of me!
In Italian, I'll say, "What's happened? What's gone on?"
All right, make me a persuade roll to try and sort of calm him down.
No, she's saying in Italian, so
Okay.
She critically fails, so she
I know.
threatens him with.
So I just make him, feel like, oh my God, what's this crazy woman doing and saying?
Well, yeah, and I think Italians they like they normally talk in arguments, don't they? Well, I don't know if that's a stereotype or
Absolutely. No, it's true. He'll be most distressed if she's grappled his arms, because they talk a lot with their arms as well.
not. Oh right, how's he getting?
No, I've got his leg.
He probably talks. I don't know. He's waving his arms around anyway, frantically, and he's trying to prise himself off you. He's raving in Italian about that damn man, the constable, the damn man. Let go of me.
does he say the constable's name?
I'll say in English.
Oh, cool. It's me first.
Okay, so you will hear Irina say the constable in English.
I'll walk up and smack him one, because he's struggling, so he needs putting down. I'm not trying to kill him though, so again, I'm going to be going for non-lethal with the knife. I don't know if it makes what the difference is when he's grappled.
He gets -4 to everything, all his trait rolls basically, and he can't move.
Cool. So yeah, I'll just hit him with the pommel of the knife again. Well, not again, but actually try to hit him this time.
Okay, isn't there a oh, there is a grapple. 1 second. Sure, there should be some sort of effect I can put on him.
I thought there was a grapple.
Under modifier, you have grapple -4 on him.
Doesn't it lower his toughness though? Not his toughness, sorry, his parry. What was Entangle?
Entangle does -2.
Yeah, just only say that defender may attempt a different action, but at a -4 penalty.
And he can't move. I tell you what I will do though, I'll give you a +2 to hit him then, saying I'll give you like an unarmed defender thing because he can't parry. So you've got +2 to hit him, Jonathan, -1 to that if you want to not kill him.
I'll just have it as a +1.
Oh, and prone, yeah, let's give him prone, good point. Thanks, Rick.
And gang up.
Yeah, and gang up.
I'm presuming we're all friends.
Absolutely.
Oh, just a sidetrack, do you want to know something absolutely awesome? The next patch for Savage Worlds automatically calculates gang up bonuses. It basically just looks at how many friendlies you've got next to what you're hitting and works it out, which is just ace.
Excellent. We'll never need to forget it again.
Yeah, exactly, 'cause it's the thing you forget most often, isn't it? Or, have to jiggle about with, so that's ace. You've hit him, and 1 moment, 2 over. It's a raise, actually, that. Oh.
Well, it's all non-lethal. I mean, I took the -1 for the non-lethal.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, so you crack him, I guess, with the pommel around the back of his head as Rena's got hold of his leg, and that quietens him almost immediately. All right, he says, no more run.
Good.
While they're doing that, I'd like to go upstairs and try to find the constables. See what the hell's going on. See if the constable's okay.
I'm gonna go look for Sir Banks because Enrique was supposed to be meeting with him, I think. So
I'm going to look for the sword that they say he stole on his body.
Someone said sword. He hasn't got a sword on him.
the priest is gonna rough him up as he.
Yeah, the priest is just frisking them now. This is good.
None of the other guests are about at the moment, oddly. But
Banks wasn't meeting Enrico. He was meeting
Omar.
Omar. Yeah.
Listen, I want to head upstairs and see if I can find constable.
okay, Pierre heads upstairs, and Enrique is sort of holding his head.
I'm going to make sure he doesn't do anything stupid, and I'll glower at him a lot.
Yeah, let's try and get Enrico into the drawing room, and get him sitting down, and I'll give him a brandy.
Okay.
Okay, I'll move him into the drawing room. As soon as he's been clocked over the head, you'll see he's got blood at the back of his head, and say, I'm bleeding, help you.
I'll use his handkerchief and kind of clean it up and bandage it, and I'll make sure I'll give him a really big brandy and make sure he drinks it.
Did I find anything in the frisking?
You frisk him, but no, you don't. He's got very little on him at all, actually. Oh, is this
I shall go and fetch our host.
I'm moving up the stair. I want to try to get to where I think he is in his room.
All right, so you. Okay, Pierre, you reach the top of the stairs there. I've just moved you upstairs. The rest of them are calming Enrico at the moment is sort of going on about that damn fool of a constable.
Enrico.
The noise scale, your mic seems to cut out a lot.
Seems to cut out a lot.
I don't know what you just said there now. That's what I mean.
I heard it okay.
Was it me? It must be my Discord then.
No, I didn't hear what he said either.
I've
He
noticed.
said okay, and then I don't know whether your push to talk button is not working properly or.
Could be. I've increased the delay on it. Let's see if that helps.
Well, let you know.
So who went upstairs?
It looks like we've got Pierre and Badger going upstairs, and everybody else is with Enrico in the drawing room. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm going upstairs to find our host because there's obviously some.
Right. Apart from the sounds of
Trying to help figure out what's happening.
excellent. Apart from the sound of the Italian downstairs, the upstairs here is sort of deathly quiet.
Well, I do point out upstairs where I did see him before he ran away. So where was that? There or something?
You just saw him run around the corner about where Badger's standing now. As you poked your head out and you just saw him running, just around the corner to head downstairs.
I'm coming down from this corner here.
Is the constable Max?
Yes, Prothero, yes.
Yes, Maxwell.
I would.
I'm going to head over to the library because I think that's where they were meeting.
I'll probably have told you that I was in the library all the time.
Yeah, he was in the library.
Where the heck would Sir Banks be meeting then?
Sir Banks isn't up here. Not sure where Sir Banks is or Omar at the moment. Okay, you open up Max's bedroom.
Okay.
You give it a knock or two on the door before they be dressed in there, Max. We coming in.
Okay, you open up Max's bedroom and it is the bed's made. There's no signs of disturbance or anything in here that looks untoward in his bedroom. All looks in order.
He's not there. Check the bathroom.
Okay, Badger, is that goes to check the bathroom?
Actually, I would check if there's anything. Just poke my head out, see if there's anything.
On the balcony?
Yeah.
Make me a notice roll at minus 4.
-4? Why don't you just say I don't see anything? That's perfectly okay, you know.
Damn you. Okay, you see, there appears...
Definitely cutting out now.
Yeah, he's cutting out there. I couldn't hear what he said.
No, me either.
Oh, sorry. Okay, there is... I think it might be my mouse, you know, the push to talk on it. One sec, let me just change the batteries. Hold on a minute.
Did you see my little chat in the chat window to you, Irina?
Yes, I think you should get your sword, just in case there's some sort of trouble going on here.
Good. I feel uncomfortable without my sword.
Is it not called the Sword of Truth?
I think I would call my sword the Sword of Impending Doom. Or the Sword of Righteousness. I've never thought about it.
Impending Doom sounds good. Does that sound any better as well?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
So far.
Okay. Alright, you see, it looks like there's something in the bushes down at the bottom beneath Enrico's bedroom. Something small, looks like perhaps a boot.
A boot? Below Enrico's bedroom. Is his window open?
Well, I'm actually going over there, so I can tell you in a moment.
Yeah.
I was standing out there looking up the balcony, and there was no boot when I was out there. So I'm not with you. Ignore me.
Yeah, I think he's talking about him over here. looking at it on the ground below Enrico's room.
It's just outside the dining room on the bottom floor.
Anything in here?
Okay, in Enrico's room, you can see a body.
Yeah, a what? A body?
A body of Maxwell, the
Oh, a
constable. He's lying on the floor, and his head looks like it's been stoved in by something blunt,
Like a boot?
like a boot. And Pierre, where you are there, if you can make me a notice roll, please.
I'd be happy to make a notice roll for you.
Alright, you can hear from up the corner there
That is a notice roll.
there's a dumb waiter, you know, one of those like pulley things. You can hear it actually moving. There's like squeaks coming from the pulley wheels.
Mm-hmm. I'll rush over there and open the door and look down it.
Okay, you rush down, open the door, and look down, and at the bottom, right at the bottom of the dumb waiter, you see. This has gone horribly wrong, but never mind. You see Jonathan Jellicoe. He's actually just about to sort of get out the dumbwaiter. He's just got the dumbwaiter at the bottom. I'll just put him on the combat tracker.
Like fleeing or just
Well, he's going down the dumbwaiter when there's stairs right there, right? Like, that's very odd behavior. You there, stop! Arrêtez!
Okay, stairs are just.
Monsieur! Arrêtez! I yell, like, stop! Arrêtez! Stop!
Alright, and as you do, he produces a gun from beneath his jacket, a revolver, and shoots up the dumbwaiter at you.
That's Jonathan that does that.
It is the up and coming politician.
I run to get my sword.
The gunfire.
It's
Basically,
gonna be on now.
this was supposed to go all different. That's why I've been like thinking dead hard about the timing of it, and it just didn't go and work for the guy. His plan's not going to work because you're all it's timing of where you're all been spread out and stuff. It's like, oh, never mind. Okay, so he, however, will take a shot up at you, or at least draws to do that, and we'll go into rounds.
Oh, excellent.
So you can see he's got a pistol and he's about to shoot at you. You've got a chance to act first. Basically, he'll be taking aim as you go now.
He's kind of. Is the dumbwaiter like an enclosed thing, or is it like an open thing with just a platform with a frame and a rope at the top?
Exactly. Yes, it's an open thing with a frame and platform, and it just sort of winds up so you can take dinner trays and the like upstairs.
Sweet. I'm gonna jump into the dumbwaiter feet first and slide down the rope.
I like
Essentially, placing myself into like point blank range with them. Essentially.
Okay, that's going to be a agility roll.
Okay, I have climbing. If you want me to make it a climbing check or agility, agility's better for me, but.
No, you're right. It should be climbing. It was my error. Yes, go for it. Climbing. That's not going to be good.
Again, getting ready to shoot.
Okay.
close enough to him that he's going to have a hard time shooting me. Harder time shooting me.
Yeah, you're just a bigger target.
And I don't think I can do anything else, really. Can I? I'm yelling, arrest, arrete. What's his name?
Constable can't because he's,
Yeah, he's busy.
Monsieur Jellicoe, arrete, stop.
Okay, well, as you get to the bottom, if you wanted to, you could have an attack at him at -2.
I guess. Such luck.
How far did I get when I was heading to my room to get my sword?
Oh, you'll got a good way. Probably most of the way there, because they've been poking around. So yeah, you can be at your door with the sword, grumbling about never should have let it go.
One, two, three, four, five, six. I'll run it.
Sprinting.
It was me.
Okay, well, we've got the Italian. Is he trussed up or is he still free? I know there was talk about tying him up, but I don't know if we did or not.
No, we hadn't.
He's like, what's going on now?
I take it I can hear this disturbance.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear Philip shouting "Arete, arete." I take it.
Yes, you can.
I can speak French, so I know that means stop. Okay. I'll just glare at Enrico and say, "You stay there, or you answer to me." With a bit of intimidation, backed with the fact that I'm the one that smacked him on the head with the pommel of a knife, and I'll run out to see what all the disturbance is.
Okay.
So I'll go out 6 spaces to where I can. I'm going to intimidate on Enrico to make sure that he stays there.
Brilliant, good idea. I'm going to give you a +2 as well, because you just clouted him round the head.
Yeah, I mean it's just a 5. It's just an ordinary success. But I mean, maybe there's a bonus for he knows what I can do, and I wasn't even trying to hit him.
Yeah, I'll put it up to. I'll give you +2 for that. So he needs a 7. He gets a 7. I'm just having a look tonight, aren't you?
Fair
He
enough.
he just sort of glowers at you with Italian defiance.
Well, I run out because there's stuff going on, and obviously I'll pull my knife, so I won't be seeing anything or attacking anything this round because it looks like there's a cloakroom in my way.
Okay. Jonathan Jellicoe attempts. What's your parry there, Pierre? 5. So he needs 5 to hit you.
Just click on the little crosshairs above the damage dice in a little sheet.
Yeah, it's broke at the moment, I think. It's fixed in the next patch, but the attack v parry thing, I don't know.
All right. Hopefully.
I actually did that completely wrong. He should have had a... He's got no skill with it. That's even worse. Well, it's definitely a miss. Okay,
It's a miss then, yeah.
The gun goes off and it misses. Actually, he's going to run for it. Oh no, doesn't. Go ahead, Badger.
Alright, well, I would have circled back around and gotten into and... Do I see the wound?
Yeah, you can, looking out there, you can see there's a body in there, and there's boots at the in the bushes.
Alright, well, look at the bot. I want to make, I don't know, if healing roll, see if obviously dead, or if there's some way I can try to keep him from dying.
Good call.
Want me to make a roll, or like a healing roll, or what do you...
Healing roll, yes please. Alright, whatever he's been killed, he's definitely dead.
So he's definitely dead. Okay.
Yeah, definitely dead. No blood pumping out of the wound at all, so it means his heart stopped. But whatever he was hit with, it doesn't look like it was a shoe, because there's a big sort of, his skull's cracked at the back, so it looked like it was something much heavier than a shoe.
Okay. Any obvious objects laying on might match?
No, not here.
Okay. All right. Well, that would be my turn, going there and.
Alright, Irina.
So.
Oh, sorry. If you don't.
Right, so we can hear gunshot from upstairs.
It's actually downstairs.
From downstairs. So whereabouts downstairs are we?
Just
I'm in the drawing room. So I'll get my gun out, and which will be in my boot under my voluminous ball gown type thing.
Great.
And run in that direction. So I'm guessing I'll just get there this round, really.
Okay, yeah, if you want to roll your pace down the front of your character, and then tell you how many spaces you can move. Oh, if you click that's it. Oh. Sadly, yeah, it's
I'll
just
go.
a 7. So you can get out into the hall, or you could go through the dining room and study, I guess, whichever way you prefer.
I think that's right.
Well, as Badger comes into the room here, I just shout, "Which way? Which way did they run?"
I heard some sort of gunshot, and I'll kind of where the dumbwaiter is, which is, if you look on the map, it's some.
Actually, make me a notice roll if you want, Adger. Yeah, you'll get the impression. You'll hear the sound coming from downstairs as well.
It's breaking up there.
Oh dear, there's something going on tonight, isn't there, with the TeamSpeak? Discord, yeah. Sorry, you hear the sound you think's coming from downstairs. Actually, now it looks like someone's gone down the dumbwaiter basically and is downstairs. But the original sounds were from the dumbwaiter, so you might be able to look down it and shoot at them or something.
Okay, I see that Frederick runs this way, so I'll take the opposite direction here.
Okay.
Maybe you can cut him off.
I'm definitely yelling and ki-eyeing the whole time.
Direction, not being particularly familiar with the the layout of the place. I obviously go running the way that I think it is. Open the door, realise it's a cloakroom. See another door, so I'll try go running through there as well. And obviously I'm going to try to sprint as fast as I can as I get entangled with coats and everything on the way.
All right. Are you all right for time, by the way, Adger, Rick?
Sprint pretty quick. What's that, sorry?
I was just wondering if Rick's okay for time at the moment, because are you 1 hour or 2 hour in front of me?
Just 1 hour.
What time would you like to stop?
After we killed the bastard.
Okay. Okay, we'll kill this guy and then, yeah.
And then we kill him.
And I'll hit him with the knife. I'll go for try and knock him out again. I'm being very diplomatic today, so that'll be -1. I'll +1 for Pierre aiding me.
You probably do it because you keep on knocking people out before my turn.
Well, it's me being diplomatic.
Oh, you hit him really hard.
So, are we fighting in the hallway or in the bottom of the stairs?
I guess it'll probably kind of spill out into the bottom of the stairs at this point, I suppose.
Yeah, it's basically in the at the entrance and that of the dumbwaiter, I would have thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is the dumbwaiter open into the foyer of the stairs, or is
He soaks.
The dumbwaiter opens into... Oh, it's got... Oh. You're right, actually. It opens into the foyer of the stairs.
You can actually put me through that stair gap there, because that'll be one move less. So yeah, you can fit me in there.
Okay, let's put him there then. He's been displaced a bit, I guess. It's all a bit squished around there. Okay, he manages to soak it anyway, Jonathan.
No worries.
all right? There, he has a gun.
This is where we're going to see a flying priest, I think.
I'm wondering if I should go into the master bedroom or go down to that other door. Okay. Oh, well, I hear the noises coming from the dumbwaiter then. Will I know that?
Yeah, you do. There's
Okay.
a lot of noise coming from there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I just jumped down. Whatever hell's down in there.
Really?
Alright, jumping down is going to be...
I'm a big man.
It'll
This
be...
is like a fin thing, so I'm hoping like there's a slowing action.
I'm hoping you critically fail your climb check and get stuck because I'm at the bottom.
Is he not down there too?
Yeah, I
He's
slid
been
down
yelling the whole
rope.
time. Yeah.
There's kind of a queue of people in the dumbwaiter. It'll be hilarious though. Is that your climb roll?
Maybe. He gets around in a nice spiral.
You've never seen me in action when I've got my sword in my hand.
Oh.
Investments act as a parachute, slowing your fall as you gracefully glide to a stop at the bottom of the dumpster.
That's pretty much, yeah, your everyone sees your smalls now because your cloak fills up with air. And you, you'll manage to sort of clamber, fly, whatever, down without taking any damage. There's rope in there, so you'll manage to clamber down on them, stepping over Pierre, probably on his shoulders, and you'll get out into the stairs below. That was class, that was Frederick. So, I think, did you run to do that?
I walked.
Yeah, because you went far. Okay, go on then, you can have an attack at him, or you'll have a gang up bonus of +2.
Oh, no, I will not be doing that. I will be doing the intimidation versus spirit test of wills.
Ah.
And I'll be going, now I've got the sword! And I will intimidate him.
Do your worst. Are you happy with 3?
I'll reroll it. The 5 then. Ignore that last roll, I wasn't doing it.
Get out of here, priest. I don't
That was
worship
me.
your kind.
Okay. What?
Alright, so the guy's dead, right? Alright, so the guy's dead.
Dead, yeah.
Constable is dead.
Dead Dave.
Like dead.
2, 3, 4, 5. Go into my room. That'll be my turn. I'm going really slow.
Well, are you going to your room to get your weapons?
Yeah, I go in my room. I
Okay.
put the pull stick down, grab my truncheon and my gun. So, okay, this is. I don't know what's going on, but I'm ready to face whatever it is now.
Gunshots.
I got my truncheon in one hand and my gun in the other, and I'm ready to go. But that's it.
All right.
Unless you wanna give me a running die, picking up both my weapons. That's your call.
Um,
It's up to
yeah,
you.
you can have a running die on it if you want. Yeah.
Enough of this.
Where'd everybody go?
Yeah, I'm in favour of getting into the action. So yeah, that's cool. You'll run down there, grab your weapons, and sprint out. Jonathan's go. Oh, he's in a bit of trouble here, isn't he?
I'm gonna scalp him if it gets to me. So
Have a sword ready to use it.
what happened to our mate Enrico? He's now disappeared off the map.
Who knows?
Who knows? The guards left him.
Pretty much.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I moved him off the map just so he didn't clutter stuff up for the time being. Okay, he's going to. He starts to chant strange, arcane, and dark words.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's the guy with the sword's gonna let.
I don't like people doing bad words.
Yep, he definitely does lots of bad words.
In tongues.
There's nothing I can do to interfere with it. But I might be able to identify what he's doing. How about that?
he can. He can do. Oh, okay, okay. As he speaks these arcane words, you get a series of strange sort of hypnotic lights start to dance around the hallway area, sort of entrancing you. It's really hypnotic. Everybody, right? He needs to cast it first. Which he does.
Magic.
Okay, it's a smart roll at -2 for all of you three down there, or be shaken.
Is it black magic?
Oh, it is magic. Yeah, sorry.
So is it black magic?
Black
Special
magic.
abilities that mimic such power used against me suffer a -2 penalty to the arcane skill roll, and backlash, if any, occurs on a natural 1 or 2.
Oh, okay. I'm going to spend some GM bennies then, since we're going to finish in a minute. Do it at -2. Ha! Okay, now you need to make the spirit check at -4.
So now we got to make it a -4.
Yeah.
I blame Jonathan for all our problems.
Definitely.
But at least I've
Hey,
got rid
you
of all your
know.
bennies.
Spirit roll -4.
No, smarts, isn't it?
Did you say smarts or spirit?
Spirit, I think, isn't it? Confusion. One second, let me just check it again.
If it's smarts, I'm real trouble.
I apologise, it is indeed smart, so -4.
I'm in real trouble. Can I roll?
So you're all shaking. I don't think you're. Yeah, you're not affected by a Serena. You're too far away, so you're all right. Jonathan, you're fine.
No, he's got to roll higher than the 9 or whatever you rolled, isn't it?
No, it's just a pass because you got a raise on his pass. It's not opposed, this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just he just rolls it and a pass. I don't think. Pretty sure it's not opposed. Let's just check it again. Yeah, it's not an opposed roll. It's just against his casting.
Spell casting.
Yeah, if he gets a raise, it just applies a negative to our roll, right?
Mm-hmm. So, well, on a pass it's -2. On a normal cast it's -2. On a raise it's -4 to use. That's why you roll at -4. So Jonathan's passed, but it looks like everyone else has failed. It's only a shaken result anyway, so. And then he's going to run for it. So he was kind of. You do. He was kind of hoping everyone would be shaken, and I guess the others of you. You can spend a penny if you want to get rid of your shaken and give you an attack at him.
Done.
Okay, so you get an attack opportunity against him.
Cool. Not using the flat of the blade anymore. He casts spells, so stabbing time.
Alright. Yeah, he's definitely revealed his colours. Three wounds?
Evil sorcerer.
So one of them. Let's keep going.
One of my weapons a holy weapon because it
You can claim that.
Ha! Well, the will
Jeez,
is by some occult luck he manages to dodge the blow at the last minute there, Frederick. Sorry. But did Jonathan have a swing?
Yeah, I hit him and didn't hurt him.
Okay, so where do these stairs go? Okay, he's run back upstairs. Way about there or something. Okay. Irina.
says the stairs
Running.
are down to the kitchen and the laundry, according to the little note beside them.
they go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he went upstairs.
Because the servants' quarters are in the attic.
Yeah.
But he's going anyway, isn't he? So I don't suppose I can get a shot at him.
I think he's rounded the stairs and up the next.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Do I hear that there's some fighting from behind there, so that I'm not running downstairs in front of me? So I can turn around.
Absolutely. There's gunshots, screams, all sorts coming from down that way. Arcane languages being shouted.
A shot, I guess.
A shot, yeah. There's a big commotion anyway. You've got a flying priest, which is, you know.
The sorcerer.
Move in here. So actually, I run into him, and as he comes up, I'll just slam him with my fist into his face. Your multi-action with -2 to it.
Okay, good call. He looks surprised to see you.
Take your prone off yourself.
Oh, yeah, will you take prone off? I don't need the minus
Sorry, yes.
2 there.
Would you like
Might
to
have
wild
made your
attack?
roll,
And yeah, I want the wild attack.
No, he's crawling after him.
right? He's lower at 12 inches.
He's
Raise.
That should be a raise. It's still taking your prone off you.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, have a raise.
Okay, so I do have a penny for later then.
Yeah, okay.
I
Alright,
can
I'll
give you a bit. Well, it should only be a 3.
Sorry, it's because I had the +2 for the E-line. Yeah, forget that one.
Yeah, it should only be 3 damage.
Doesn't even wound him.
No worries.
But I'll block the way.
It's time for the mountain man.
Sweet. I pull out my tomahawk and run up the stairs.
I still have 2 bennies.
Not for long.
With a -2 for multi-action and a +1 for gang up. Guess I should actually target him.
Yeah.
It's okay. Well, his parry's only 4, so you have a raise.
Took him down. But he soaks it.
Sorry.
Okay. Can I get up there?
GM's using the Benny.
Yeah, he did a soap roll for the
Oh, okay.
on the to avoid that wound.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can get up
I'll
there.
run up. If I can get, yeah, I'll run up and I'll stab him.
Alright, you have a gang up from Adger. Would you like to wild
me.
attack?
Yes, please.
We're gonna beat this guy into a pulp.
It's not looking good for him now. Uh-oh. I've got a
Was it
Benny left.
Extra +2.
I suggest you use it.
So I want a big roll. Come on, Jonathan.
Fine.
No, good. Yeah.
He's alive, but only
Stops me
just.
from dying until somebody else is attacking.
Till the priest gets their hand.
Oh, no.
Or
Well,
whatever.
actually, I go up and finish him off. Because he's a vile sorcerer. He shouldn't be around.
Okay.
There's room for him to get there. I mean, they're on a pretty narrow staircase.
I will make room. Let me pass. I want to kill him. Do they ever let me pass? If they don't let me pass, then I don't get him.
I think what I'll do, you could hit him from one of the stairs, going one way, I guess, or whatever. I'll give him a cover, so you -2 to hit him, because it is pretty cramped now.
Does anyone want to stop me?
I do, but I'm not there, so.
He tried to shoot me, so I'm really interested in taking his scalp. So
And you're out of
Yeah.
my reach.
I can't. I can't anyway because I've just acted. So
Yeah, you acted, but I could delay my turn for someone to stop me, so that's what I was offering. I will.
Well,
slice
do
him
what you want to do. You're play your guy.
Well, I said he'd have cover.
Yeah.
So it's just a mess, I'm afraid. Do you want to Benny it?
There's people around him, and I forgot to add the pluses, so
Oh,
it was +2.
oh, sorry, you're right.
3
Yes, it's a
minor.
hit.
Well, yeah, but that would have offset with your -2, so
That's why I just rolled normal.
yeah. So I got a hit, but not a raise.
That's cool. So you could Benny it for the raise if you want, or you could just roll the damage. I'm just steering.
Anyways,
It's enough.
Right.
And Frederick lifts his sword up over the banister and skewers him through the chest. He gurgles, falling to the ground. And on that merry note, we'll draw the curtain down on it for this evening. I hope you all enjoyed that. It was pretty weird, but I hope you all had fun anyway.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely.
I enjoyed my jumping down and then per boom going, ah!
And that was just
Just
serious.
hoping there's something soft to land on. No, there
big
isn't.
fat priest jumped on me.
That was hilarious. Oh, I suppose you want some axe pulled on.
Greedy for
I
it.
want an explanation of what happened. That's what I want.
Well, but you're about to kill the guy that could explain it, so
Well,
I didn't get a chance to say yay or nay.
I didn't want him saying any vile words to me.
I want to play my card. I searched the body.
What's your card? Your hero finds all information available. Get a big note that tells everything.
on him.
and I was going to play this to try to figure out what was going on. I was going to play my card to try to figure out what was going on.
Don't lay all the blame on me, guys. It's okay.
So anyhow,
Well,
end of
maybe
battle.
he could say that before he dies entirely. He could still be spitting
Well,
blood and talk a little.
I don't know. There's only one person. Well, we don't know if he's dead yet. We just know that he's down. And the only one that knows anything that's still up, somebody left in the room downstairs, and he's probably gone. So
How about this? In heroic, proper pulp type fashion, as he's dying on the floor, clutching his chest, his lifeblood spilling down onto the steps, Jonathan says, "You will. The forces of darkness will always prevail. We shall capture him. We shall have him for ourselves." And with that, he'll die.
who are you about?
Who?
And I play my revelation card and understand that they're trying to get Sir Banks.
Dun dun dun. Yeah.
A lot of kidnapping going on by these evil crowds.
I love it.
They do, don't they, evil people?
Nothing wrong
What the
with a
heck
bit
is
of
their
kidnapping
plan?
in the
Like,
morning.
how are they going to get the guy out of here? We're in the middle of the country.
Oh, I'm sure they've got evil connections.
They've got a
Evil
getaway.
almost.
They've got a getaway carriage out the front, probably.
Yes. Getaway carriage,
One of the horses.
getaway schooner, sloop.
Yeah, one of the horses is in on it. Is
Nightmare.
necking evil.
a nightmare horse.
That's right.
Alright then, well, to leave it on a bit more of a cliffhanger, you hear a smash of glass coming from downstairs, and the shout of Sir Banks, "Help! Help!" And
Run to help.
that's where we'll leave it.
Next week.
Nice.
So all of the guys, with the exception of the constable, were in on the kidnapping. Awesome.
Well, we think.
Unless the constable was trying to it and it went wrong. Somebody else was against it. That's what Enrico was. He was actually stopping it.
Well, we don't know. We have to catch him and inquire with him.
There are,
Well, he might have stayed in the dining room. I did threaten him.
So, do we think
I mean,
Enrico was
He
killed
could
in
have
his
just as
bedroom?
easily.
with a candlestick.
No. Well, it could be. Well, no, that would have been Max was killed in his bedroom with a candlestick.
The constable was killed in the bedroom with the candlestick.
Yes.
I've got the candlestick.
Oh,
Yes,
you must have killed
Oh.
him then. I don't know you were in on
I
it.
accuse.
Yes. All right, check the envelope.
alright, now I'll shut the stream down now. So.
All right.